Hey gang, welcome back to another video. A question I get asked pretty regularly is, how do I improve the lighting in my haunt? And while there's no simple answer to this question, I can tip you off to something I've been a bit obsessed with for the past few years, which are lighting gobos. Now gobos is essentially putting a silhouette of some kind in front of a light source to create texture or patterns. And while the professional models are usually pretty expensive, I think I may have come up with a solution that fits most budgets. Let me show you what I mean. Over the years, I've been trying to come up with a DIY approach to these lighting gobos, or go-betweens. They're essentially a cutout of a shape or a silhouette that, when placed in the path of a light source, can create that added bit of interest to your lighting. Here's a few examples. You can see how they bring so much more interest and texture to each of the scenes, just by putting a design in front of a light. Usually they're placed in front of high-powered spotlights, but what if you're like me and only use smaller LED bulbs like this one? It's an idea that's been bouncing around in my head for a few years, and so I hopped into my 3D modeling software and came up with these two parts. They're basically a pair of caps. One cap that allows for the use of a professionally made or DIY poster board gobo, and a second cap to mount an LED light, that when paired with a piece of plumbing pipe, create a DIY gobo. Since most of us won't have the larger steel cut style gobos, I also modeled a version that's half the size so it'll fit in tighter spaces, takes these eagle eye LED bulbs I found on Amazon, and uses a 2-inch PVC pipe coupling. And with a piece of poster board, you can create your own insert to meet whatever your lighting needs are. If you need to mount these, you can simply drill a hole in the side to accommodate some hardware and create a ground stake by heating a piece of PVC pipe, pinching the end into a flat surface, and drilling a matching hole through the flat end to attach the gobo housing. I'm holding it all together temporarily with a bit of gaffer's tape to make sure that everything fits, and eventually I'll seal it together with a bit of CA glue or 5-minute epoxy. But for now, let's see how it works. Sadly, my camera doesn't do well in low light situations, but you can see how much more interesting the light is as it goes from the solid amber color to the textured light created by the gobo. Well, as you can see, it definitely improves the overall texture and character of the light. And while I understand that most people don't have access to 3D printers, the beauty of a technique like this is that you can create a gobo out of almost anything. A sheet of plywood, a piece of plastic, or even a scrap of tinfoil placed in front of a light source will create some patterns and texture in your lighting that will give your haunt a better overall character. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below and tell me how you might use a gobo in your lighting. But most importantly, go make something.